If you're new here, I'm Ashley, I'm 36, and I've recently left my corporate job and moved out of my rental apartment after about 10 years of living and working in Chicago for a break, a mental reset, and an opportunity to fulfill a dream to travel solo for a few months. In my last video, I finished getting moved out, road tripped with my kitty down to Atlanta to get her settled with some family for her own vacation, and today you find me heading out for the beginning of my trip. We're headed to Palermo with a stop in Rome. Okay, it's been a very long day. I'm going to talk to you in a second, but I just wanted to quickly show you, I just went and got some groceries. So I will give you a rundown on how we got here. I'll show you the Airbnb. Let's start with a quick grocery haul. Okay, so of course my hair is so frizzy, holy shit. Of course my camera died immediately after I said I was going to do the grocery haul, so I put the cold things in the fridge and I'll show you that in a second, but I figured while that camera is charging, let me just show you the Airbnb. Okay, so when you walk in, there's this little staircase, little desk, and I went ahead and opened these up so you can see, obviously living room and my stuff is everywhere, but beautiful view. And then here is the kitchen. It's very cute. And then another nice window here. All right, and then bathroom and bedroom, which I didn't open up the window over there, so it is very dark in here, but and there's an air conditioner, which works really well. I turned it on for a few minutes because it was very hot when I came in, so very nice. And then this is the little upstairs, which is so cute. So it's like a little loft inside the apartment. You can look down. There's another bed over here, and then a little living area with a TV up here. And the best part, which is why I chose this place, which is this terrace. I'm looking forward to eating out here, having my coffee in the morning. And you can see, I will zoom in a little bit, you can just barely see the water back there. So, run through what we got. There's a few things in the fridge. I'll show you this, I'll show you what's in the fridge. I got granola to go with my yogurt. It's what I eat for breakfast every day. Tomatoes, bell pepper, apples, and peaches. There was also like a produce market practically right outside this grocery store, and I needed to get a bunch of other things too, and I was honestly just tired and feeling a little overwhelmed. So I didn't go there, but once I eat this produce, I'd like to try one of the produce markets too, because I feel like probably their produce is better and just interesting part of the cultural experience to try. So I do want to do that, but today I just was like, I just need to get something so that I have food to eat tonight and like in the morning, and then I can figure out other meals, other shops I want to go to, restaurants, whatever. But tonight I just need something. So got those. I got some olive oil and balsamic vinegar. There's some here, but I was at the store and I hadn't checked that yet. I wasn't sure. And also I just felt like this way it's fresh. I can just take it with me, and I'm going to be here for a few months, so I can eat that later. I got just some tomato sauce and pasta. I got fresh food that I'm gonna make, but if I just need something, that'll be easy and something I can eat. I got some almonds that will go in with my yogurt and granola. Coffee, there's a mocha pot here, so I don't think there's coffee. I just want to make sure that I had coffee tomorrow morning because I need to have it first thing. And let me show you the fridge. So, fridge. These were already here. This was like just my water from the airport, and then I got a Pellegrino as well. And then I got this salad mix. It's like, I don't know, carrots, radicchio, and some lettuces. Oh, and spinach, looks like. I don't know. And then I got, these are just like little mini mozzarella balls that I'm gonna put in my salad. I got some chicken to cook, oat milk to put in my coffee in the morning, and then just some yogurts. That's what I got. Basically just breakfast stuff and coffee, and then something to make salads that I'll be able to make a couple salads out of that probably. And then the pasta stuff, which I'm gonna be in this Airbnb for 9 days. Obviously I'll do other, I'll eat meals out or maybe want to make other things, but that is just like enough to get me by for today and tomorrow morning. I'm gonna actually, I was gonna say I'm gonna close these because I'm clearly sweating a lot, but I think I'm gonna leave them open for the moment just because the light is so nice. Just to kind of update you on things. Where do I start? I guess I haven't even told you like what I'm doing or where I'm going. So I'm in Palermo in Sicily. I'm here for 9 days and I don't really have a plan beyond that. If you've watched my channel for a bit, you'll know that I've been studying Italian for like almost 4 years now. Because I've been doing that, there's so many places I want to go in Italy. I came to Italy by myself 2 years ago for 2 weeks. And I went when I was a teenager too with my family, but that was, we were not in Italy the whole time. So we basically only went to like Venice and Lake Garda. Last time I went to Sardinia, Bologna, Turin, Lake Maggiore, and Milan. So I've gone to some of the places I wanted to go, but last time everything was really fast. I was only everywhere for like 2 days or 3 days. I want to have more time. Like I don't want to feel like I'm rushing away from something that I didn't have a chance to like really enjoy. So because I have the next few months to travel, I want this to be sort of a blend of living in places, but also I'm going to be doing touristy things and like visiting the place too. And I'm not going to stay anywhere for months at a time. I'm probably only going to be places for a week to maybe 2 weeks at a time. So it's going to be some kind of blend between that. It's sort of a slower travel, but still, I'm still a tourist. I'm not really like living in one place for an extended period. There were so many places I wanted to go in Italy when I started planning this, and I knew kind of about how much time I was going to have. I also wanted to try to go to Greece. There's sort of a story there because I was going to originally start the trip in Greece. I'm just like hot and like need this to go faster, so I can tell you that later. But I might still try to go to Greece. I'm going to end the trip in Scotland, England, I think like the last couple weeks. Maybe I'll, rather than taking a flight there, maybe I'll kind of go through like Switzerland and France to get there or something like that. So I don't have a set plan. I think a lot of this trip is going to be different places in Italy. I really want the opportunity while I'm here, and because I've been studying the language, to be here, see these places, enjoy these things, and kind of consolidate that together I don't want to try to put too much into this because I feel like I don't want to have like a scarcity mindset, like I'm never going to take a vacation or travel again. Like I have to get everything in this trip. So I don't know how well I've put that, but that's kind of generally the plan. And I want to end the trip in England, which I do want to go there, and I have been wanting to go there too. But the main sort of catalyst for that too is you can only spend 90 days in the Schengen area, which is like a lot of these EU countries, if you didn't already know that, without a visa. And I don't have a visa. So basically I'll be in these countries within that 90-day window, but I can go to the UK after that and still stay on my trip past the 90 days, but I won't be in like the EU countries anymore. And I thought it would be very festive and nice around Christmas time. That's kind of how I'm approaching my stays, and I need to give myself a couple of days just to kind of get past the jet lag and be here. Because I don't know where, like, when this Airbnb runs out, I don't know if I'm going to stay in Sicily longer, if I'm going to move on. I don't really know what I'm doing yet, so I have to figure that out. For the rest of this vlog, my Italian class, it's 10 sessions. We have 2 more of this round, so I'd like to try to go to those. They're on Zoom, of course, but that's going to be at like 12:30 at night to 2:30 in the morning. And I barely slept on the flight. I meant to talk about that too. I had a flight from Atlanta to Rome, Rome to Palermo. I barely slept on the flight from Atlanta to Rome because I don't sleep that well on planes anyway, but there was just like a lot of activity going on and it was really hard to sleep. I was hoping I would get here, get to the grocery store, shower, and then like nap for a couple hours, but I don't know what time it is, but I think it's already 5 or something. So I don't know what the rest of this night's gonna look like, but basically I'm gonna try to just settle in for a little bit, clean myself up, make something to eat, and try to go to my class. I think tomorrow maybe we'll just walk around a little bit, and I'm gonna let myself sleep as late as I need to. We're not in a hurry, but yeah, that's where we're at for now. While I was making dinner with the windows open, I heard some music outside and saw this performance happening in the courtyard. I got thinking about the projection of others on what your experience should be, especially with the moving faster, doing more, optimizing that's in our culture. And it seems people in my life have had difficulty at times understanding the space I've been taking for myself this summer, being less busy, and now on the trip, taking things slower where every moment isn't filled. But if I hadn't been home tonight, I would have missed these pink clouds and listening to this performance with all the windows open and the most beautiful, soft, temperate breeze coming through. And moments like these were some of my favorite memories from my last trip. I think we often forget it's the small things, even using the mocha pot or hanging the laundry on the line, that make us feel that we are somewhere new. And the sensation is so delicious if we can stop for a minute and let it wash over us. It's one of the reasons I love to stay in an apartment rather than a hotel, to imagine for a moment what it might be like to live there, or having the time and space to wander on different streets and discover a shop or restaurant that you would have never known about otherwise, to feel like you are really a part of the place. Not feeling that the place should accommodate and entertain and exist only for you to efficiently check off your list and say you've been there, but more like you are stopping by to observe it, without it looking or realizing, and seeing it with its guard down. The first day, as I did some grocery shopping and tried to recreate my morning breakfast routine, I also considered why we can be so attached to our tastes and routines, especially the older we get. They do bring a certain comfort, and I don't think that's wrong, but I thought about how if I lived here, my tastes and routines would be different, and I would like that instead of what I like and am used to now. Yet mine are what they are, and it's easy to want to cling to them and recreate them for comfort, rather than truly opening myself up to experiencing something new. But ultimately, we need novelty, we need variety, and it's good for us to not get stuck. I think loosening up on the rigidity also helps us appreciate and empathize with others, and we could always use more of that to help in our own small ways to make this world a less judgmental and more compassionate place. This is also one of the things I found the most enriching with learning a new language. Getting to know a different culture and people from a different place more deeply, seeing their differences, their similarities, and working on learning to appreciate people who see or do things differently than me without judgment. Okay, so I'm back inside because the sun was pretty hot up there. It's only 81 degrees. The sun is very direct because it's almost 2 p.m. Obviously, I have jet lag. I did end up going to my class last night. I took a nap. I was gonna try to sleep from like 6 to 9, but I woke up at 7:30, couldn't go back to sleep. So I got up at that point, made dinner, and then after dinner, I talked to my mom for a bit. Then I laid back down to take another nap, which I was kind of worried I was not gonna get up to go to my class if I did that, but I was really tired and it was 10:30 and my class was starting at 12:30. I was like, I'm not gonna make it for 2 more hours. I set my alarm for 12:10 and I woke up at like 11:50. So that was no problem. And then I went to my class and I probably went back to sleep at like 3:30. And then I woke up this morning at 10 and I just felt like I could sleep longer. And I allowed myself plenty of time to adjust to jet lag because last time I didn't and it really stressed me out. So I went back to sleep until noon and I felt like I could sleep longer, but I felt like, okay, it's, been almost 9 hours of sleep at this point. I should just get up so that I can like try to go to bed before 3 o'clock in the morning today. I got up at noon. Took me a little while to get going. The other sort of thing I wanted to tell you, I don't have anything specific planned here until next week. So it's Thursday now. Next week I'm doing a cooking class one day, which obviously I'll take you. I'm excited for that. I have like a walking food tour one day, but these first few days I didn't plan anything because I just wanted to make sure that I had time to kind of adjust, explore a little bit, and just not be on a specific schedule. Also, I have a friend, tutor, language conversation partner, whatever, that lives in Catania, which is about 2.5 to 3 hours from here. I had planned to come here first and then go to Catania for, a few days or a week and see her while I was there. But as I told you guys in my last video, I bumped my start date back like 4 days. So I thought I was going to be here sooner. I'm already staying in Palermo 9 days, which is a little longer than I thought I was going to be here initially. So all of that to say, I'm not leaving Palermo until next Friday, but Melania, my friend, is leaving to go on a trip next Wednesday. So I did not plan that well or think much about that. I knew she was going somewhere. We had talked about it, but I guess I just thought like, oh, I have so much time at the beginning of this trip before that. I thought I was initially coming September 12th. So I was like, there's no way I'm going to be in Palermo 12 days. I've got time to get to Catania before she leaves. So I kind of screwed that up. She and I talked. I'm going to try this weekend, I think, to go to Catania, but it is like 3 hours over there. So I think I need to stay overnight, which is kind of annoying because I have this place. So I'll be double paying for something for a night. I think that's the only way I'm going to be able to see her, and it would be like such a shame to come to Sicily and not get a chance to see her. I met her in New York last fall, so I have gotten to meet her before, but still, it would suck to come to where she lives and not see her. So I'm going to try to make that work this weekend. So we are working through that. This morning I also spent some time just looking at logistics, and I think I've already said I didn't really plan a lot of this out because I wanted space for things to move around. But that being said, because I didn't plan things out very much logistically, some of the stuff I wanted to do, I'm like, oh, well now if I have to go to Catania this weekend, I probably can't do some of these other things that are more northwestern Sicily, because that is a couple hours out of the way too. So it's just challenging. So we'll see. I think, long story short, I'm just like trying to kind of figure out now how to see her and then kind of like how this affects all the rest of my plans. And then after I leave here, I think I'm gonna go over to Catania, Taormina area anyway, and then I'll leave from there to take a train up the coast through the mainland. I just wanted to kind of show you guys getting here and give you sort of the updates on how that went and where I am and what I'm gonna be doing. And then, next video we'll start actually like doing more stuff together around Palermo and Sicily and taking you along for those things. But one thing I am gonna do today is I figured out there is a washing machine out here. It's right there under this thing. So I thought there was a washing machine when I booked this place, but I couldn't find it yesterday, and the Airbnb host told me where it was. So once I found it, I was like, great, I can go get some laundry detergent today. And even though I've only been here for a day and a half, the clothes that I traveled here in need to be washed badly. I can't wear them again before, without washing them. And if you live in America, you're not probably used to using a clothing line. I'm not. I do use one of those laundry stand things that I can air dry stuff on. But I've never used a clothing line. My grandma had one in her yard when I was a kid. And so I've seen that, but I've never used one. And there is one out here. So I don't know how well you can see in the camera. You kind of can. It's like just beyond this railing here. So there is a line up to dry clothes. And I thought it would be kind of fun to do that together. Just a little mini adventure of washing our clothes here on the balcony and hanging them up to dry. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't lose any clothes or anything, but I'm gonna aim to do that today. Anyway, I am feeling a little more refreshed today. I'm not so tired. Feeling a little bit more excited, and we'll start figuring things out. So I'll see you later for laundry and we'll go from there. Hello. So it is the next day. I didn't get much further yesterday. I started editing this video, but I was very tired and I just didn't get much further. So anyway, here we are today. It's 1:30. So I've gotten a little bit of an earlier start today than yesterday. I woke up at probably 8, tried to go back to sleep for a couple hours, kind of did, but not really. And I didn't fall asleep again until like after 3 a.m. again. So I'm running on not very much sleep, but I did want to just go ahead and get up today and try to get moving, get out a little bit, and hopefully try to get on a better schedule. I've had some issues. I made coffee again this morning, spilled the first pot literally everywhere. Every single bit of it, spilled it, had to clean it all up and start all over again. So that was fun. And then washing my hair here is a little difficult because you're not supposed to leave the water running while you're soaping up and stuff here because they haven't had a lot of rain. But also the shower's very tiny and it's hard to explain, but it was a little difficult to wash my hair. So that was a challenge. But I got that done. Then the hairdryer that is here didn't work. The plug like literally doesn't fit. I think somebody must have left it here, but the hairdryer doesn't work. I didn't bring my own because just space and weight and whatever. This is what we're doing, and I might just put it in a clip or something, I don't know. I started to put my makeup on and I just started using this moisturizer and it just like did not sit well with the tinted moisturizer I was putting on at all. It was just like balling up and like looked so bad. It was applying so bad, like not blending in with my skin at all. So I had to like wash my face again, start completely over. Just lots of little dumb stuff this morning, but it's just taken me way longer to get going than I hoped. I'm going to now head out the door. I'm gonna go to the Norman Palace. I didn't think that was gonna be in this video, and I don't want this video to get too long. When I started editing it last night, I think it's already like a little over 20 minutes with just what I have. So I'm gonna try to be quick. It looks really beautiful, so if I'm able to like get over there and get in, I'd like to at least show you some clips of that. And then on my way back, I'm gonna grab the laundry detergent and we'll wrap this video up with trying to get some laundry done today. Hopefully that goes better than all of my crazy stuff this morning. The other thing I realized is I think I need to get some clothespins. Also, I realized when I was editing, I kept saying clothing line yesterday. I don't think that's a thing. Nobody says that, clothesline. I don't know why I kept saying that. I think I was just really tired, but I didn't see any clothespins, so I need to get some of those too. Last update for you, I did talk to my friend Melania. I'm gonna try to go tomorrow. So I'm gonna stay overnight. She offered for me to stay at her house so I don't have to like pay for a second Airbnb for a night, which is amazing. So I will take the bus there tomorrow afternoon. It's about 3 hours, stay the night with her, and then we're gonna go to the beach, I think, on Sunday. And then I'll head back like Sunday, late afternoon, early evening. The trip to Catania will be in the next video. I'm not gonna include that here because I'm trying to get this out like tonight, maybe tomorrow. So that's all my updates. I will see you outside. I made it back. I don't know if I told you this before, but this unit is on the 4th floor in here and there's no elevator, which is obviously fine. But by the time I got up those stairs with my groceries, I was very hot. I stopped and got the laundry detergent, the clothespins. It took a while to find the clothespins particularly, but yeah, second successful trip to the store. Both times I've had some awkward interactions with my not so good Italian, but getting through it and making it work. Hope you enjoyed the footage from the Norman Palace. It was so beautiful. I don't know how well it came across on camera. I haven't looked at the footage yet, but the mosaics were just insane. Just so detailed, so beautiful, all over the ceiling. Just incredible to think about how long it would take somebody to do that. So they were beautiful. Now I'm going to attempt the laundry and I will probably leave you with that. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one in Catania and doing some food stuff here in Palermo as well. Bye. For making it this far in the video. If you would like to join me for upcoming videos as I continue this new adventure, consider subscribing to my channel, as I would love to do this together. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like because it helps my videos reach other great people like you. Thanks again for being here, and I will see you very soon in the next one.